I don't have to braid and band anymore. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, it's Ifeyinwa and welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time here, then welcome. As you can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be filming my 18-month Microlocs update. Can you imagine I've been locked for 18 months? I don't know where the time is going. It's actually starting to get a little bit weird. But anyway, if this is your first time here, my name is Ifeyinwa and I make videos all about fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I upload weekly vlogs every single Sunday. So if you're one of those people that joined my channel because of my Microlocs, then there's so much more content for you to check out. I would love it if you did, and if you're feeling the vibe at any point in time, consider joining my YouTube family. Oh, my window's open, one sec. Okay, so this Microlocs update is going to be slightly different than the past two that I've done because first of all, I haven't freshly retied my hair. I was rewatching some of my updates and I realized that every time I come on here to do an update, my hair has been freshly retied. It's probably not an accurate representation on what my hair looks like, so I thought that I would show you what my hair looks like today in between reties. Second of all, the lighting is going to be changing a lot in this video. I'm filming this in the middle of the afternoon. The light's been going in and out. I will do my best to keep it as constant as possible. As usual, I will run through some basics about my Microlocs for anyone who's new here. If you already know all this stuff, I will leave chapters so that you can skip to the actual 18-month update. I vlogged my hair in November of 2021. I have 548 Microlocs. I installed my Microlocs on fully natural hair. I had been natural for almost 10 years when I installed my hair. My loose hair texture was fine, extremely curly. If you do the whole hair type thing, I would say 4A in the front, 4B in the back. I got my hair installed in Nigeria by a Microlocs loctician company called Any Braids. My install was done by 3 different locticians who came to my home. I have documented this whole process. You can check out my whole Microlocs playlist. I paid 70,000 Naira roughly at the time for my installation, which at the time was equivalent to about £100, $130, roughly around that. I live in the UK, and the main reason why I decided to go do my hair in Nigeria is because I am Nigerian. I was going to be in Nigeria anyway, and obviously it's significantly cheaper to do your hair back home than it is to do your hair here in the UK. However, here in the UK, I maintain my locks. I'm currently on a 5 to 6 week retie schedule, and the loctician that I go to currently is one that I found through the Sister Locs registry. I will also have that linked in my description box so that you can find one who actually lives close to you, because there's not really any point in me recommending my personal loctician if she doesn't live close to you, basically. And also, she hasn't given me the okay to do that on my channel. However, I used to go to Just You Hair Salon. I think they're based in Enfield, and they don't have a problem with me sharing their work or their salon or their details, so I usually recommend them. I really enjoyed going there. The only reason why I stopped is because they're quite far away from where I live. Okay, I think that's usually all the FAQs I get on my Microlocs. So now we can jump into the 18th month update. So one thing I wanted to do is pop up a clip over here so you can see what my hair looked like in my last update, which was at the 1 year mark. I actually filmed that update slightly late, so technically it was at a year and a month, but I was watching that video when I was getting ready today and I just could not believe how different my hair looks to me. I think the clearest obvious change is the length. My hair now is comfortably resting on my shoulders, like it's officially shoulder length. The second thing I noticed is just how much my hair has thickened. I think my hair now looks more like actual locks than it looked 6 months ago, and that's because my hair is thickening, my hair is budding. I have so many like cool things I can show you with my actual locks, but I'm going to come closer and do an actual close-up view of my locks very, very shortly, so don't you worry. But that is the main clear difference that I've been able to see. I feel like I gush about Microlocs a lot in my videos, so I don't want to just always do that, but that's honestly how I feel. I'm still very much so obsessed with my Microlocs. Very happy that I made this hair choice. I can see the changes in my hair. My hair is doing very well. I don't have any issues with my hair at the moment. The only thing that I still struggle with, and it's really not a struggle, but the dry scalp issue, which has been pretty consistent throughout my journey. I still have some dry scalp. I actually had some this morning that I was going to like scratch off, and I want to zoom in and show it to you so that you can actually see what it looks like. But honestly, it's not as bad as it used to be. Like before, it was really bad to the point where it was almost like there was sand in my hair, but now it's just every now and again, you know, and I can just spray it with some water, put some jojoba oil on it, and it's just, it doesn't bother me. To be very honest, I haven't kept up with my moisturizing routine as well as I usually do, so that could also be an issue. Typically, I like to do that once a week. I will put up what I'm talking about in the cards. So this is probably a good time to tell you that I have an entire Microlocs playlist about my Microlocs. So if you want to know why I locked my hair, pros and cons of Microlocs, things I regret about my Microlocs, my maintenance routine, my wash day routine, my nighttime routine, all about my Microlocs, check out those videos. And if you have any other Microloc request videos, please leave them down below. I'm working on a Microlocs gym routine because that was requested and I thought that was a really good idea. So hopefully that should be my next Microlocs video. But if there's anything else you want to see, then definitely let me know. Okay, so let's move on to some changes. So the biggest change that's not like a visual change that's happened in my actual Microlocs maintenance routine is now I don't have to braid and band anymore. Oh my gosh. When my loctician gave me the okay to no longer braid and band, I was so happy. That was at my last retie. So my actual last retie, which is about 6 weeks ago, was in Nigeria. So definitely make sure you check out my retie vlog. But my retie before then was here. So about 12 weeks ago, 10 to 12 weeks ago, my loctician told me that I don't have to braid and band anymore, which was honestly an amazing feeling. If you don't know what braiding and banding is, I show you that in my wash day routine. But essentially, if your locks are not mature, you have to braid them and band them, which is basically like tying the bottom of them with like a rubber band or something. Well, not a rubber band, and a hair tie, to prevent them from unraveling while you're washing them, because that's something that can very easily happen to locks that are not mature. So my locks were not mature. I had slippage for the longest time, so I had to wait for almost 18 months. Well, that's an exaggeration. More like 14 months. 14, 15 months to get the okay to no longer have to braid and band. Whereas my friend, I think she stopped braiding and banding like after 6 months. So it really just depends on how quickly your hair matures. Your loctician will let you know. But yeah, my last wash day, I just felt like I was in like a Herbal Essences commercial or something. I cannot explain how enjoyable my last wash day routine was. I literally just hopped in the shower, wet my hair, shampooed my hair, repeated that process, and I was done. Never in my life have I had a wash day routine like that. Even before, when I was a loose natural, like, you guys can actually go check out my last wash day routine. My whole wash day routine used to be a whole day process. And even with being microlocked, I mean, the whole braiding and banding thing literally takes like maybe 30, 20 minutes to do. But even at that, it's an additional step. Nowhere near as like cumbersome as my wash day routine when I was at least natural. But still, I've never, ever been able to just jump into the shower, wash my hair, and jump out of the shower. Like, never in my life. And if you're a black girl, you know what I'm talking about. And it's just, this is what some people have been enjoying their whole lives. Oh gosh, nah, we go through a lot. We go through a lot. That's all I'm going to say. Other than that, there really have not been any changes to my Microlocs. I'm still taking care of them the same, well, except for the fact that I'm a little bit lazy on the moisture routine. I am still styling them the same, which is basically no styling whatsoever. I'm still stretching them the same way, which I showed you in my last update. So honestly, nothing really has changed around here. And that for me is something that I really, really love. One of the main reasons why I decided to lock my hair was because I was tired of the mental capacity that my hair was taking up in my life. And if you've ever felt the same way as me, you'll know what that means. I was tired of having to think about my hair constantly, planning hairstyles, finding people to do my hair, buying extensions, buying hair product. I was so tired of doing that. So the fact that I have not really had to think about anything hair related in the past year and a half has been so freeing for me, and I'm in no hurry or rush to do anything in that area of my life. So when people say, you know, style your hair more or show us this and show us that, I'm like, I don't think you understand that this is the maximum capacity that I have for hair right now. All I want to do is schedule my reties and go to my reties. That's it. And I still wash my hair right before reties, and that's the only time I wash my hair. However, I've recently started going back to the gym and exercising more, so I do anticipate that I'll probably need to start washing my hair more. I don't want to do anything that feels like a chore. If my hair feels dirty, I'll wash it. I think that's the best way that I personally want to approach this. So that's literally all I've been doing. I have heard from a couple of you that if you wash your hair more, it'll lock faster and all of that sort of thing. But honestly, I'm not in any rush for my hair to lock faster. I just want my hair to do what it wants to do naturally. That's also why I've decided that I'm probably not going to color my hair. I think I mentioned in my last video that I have thought about the idea of coloring my hair. I have seen people who have colored their hair, their locks rather, in real life, and as beautiful as all the different colors are, it definitely changes the texture of your locks. It definitely, in my opinion, causes some level of damage to your locks, and I just don't really want to do that, if that makes sense. I might change my mind like several years down the line, God willing, who knows. But it's one of those things where I feel like if you start messing with color too early, you'll almost never be able to enjoy your hair in its natural state. You know what I mean? Because once you've dyed your hair, you've dyed your hair. So that's kind of how I feel personally. I almost think that that should be something I keep in my arsenal for maybe like, you know, 5 years when I'm really bored of my hair. A cool thing that's happened since my last Microlocs update is that I actually kind of went viral on TikTok because of my Microlocs. So if you guys missed my Microlocs installation TikTok, definitely go check it out. But I think currently that's already at like 2 million views on TikTok. Actually, let's check. Yeah, it's on 2.3 million views on TikTok. So it's actually insane how far this Microlocs journey has gone, and it just goes to show that there's obviously interest in this hairstyle, and it's definitely becoming more popular. I see it more even on a day-to-day when I get stopped. People actually know what my hairstyle is. And yeah, that still happens, by the way. I think I spoke about that in one of my videos. This hairstyle will get you a lot of attention. But there seems to be more of an interest in this hairstyle, more of an uptake in this hairstyle. And it's just so exciting. One question I wanted to answer, which is probably the most common question I get asked all the time on TikTok and on Instagram, and even here on YouTube, is what happens when you change your mind, right? So many people want to know if you can comb out your locks, and you know, what would I do if I eventually change my mind? Now, I went into this process already considering that, because for me, I over-research everything. So I went into this process watching people who had successfully combed out their sister locks or their Microlocs, and I saw how long that process took them. Like, I'm talking months. Literally, I think there was a girl I watched where it took her 45 minutes to comb out each Microloc. I have 548 locks. Okay, so there's the time, the effort, and then I saw how much hair came out. Because one thing you have to think about is when you lock your hair, your hair doesn't shed the way it would shed naturally, right? So there's so much shed hair embedded into your locks, and that's almost kind of why they thicken, I think. So just imagine having to comb out all of that. There'll be so much breakage. I've seen some people comb out their hair, they've lost a lot of hair, they've had to end up trimming a lot of hair. And yes, I mean, you'll walk away from the process with some of your length retained, of course, but how healthy is your hair? I say all that to say, it is possible to comb out microlocks. However, I personally will not be combing out my microlocks. If I ever change my mind, and again, that is a possibility, like I will never ever say never. I personally have decided that I would just let my locks grow out for a while. So maybe 6 months or something, I would just let my microlocks grow out, and then I would cut them off. And if I let my hair grow out for 6 months, obviously the hair that's growing out of my scalp is not going to be locked. So the hair that's growing out of my scalp will be loose. And after about 6 months, I believe that I should have a decent amount of hair to where I could put my hair in braids. So that's what I personally would do. Or maybe I would like rock my hair short. Who knows? I've never actually done that. So that's everything I have to update you on. I'm going to come a bit closer and we'll do some close-ups now. Okay, so in my last update, I showed you guys like a baby lock. As you can see, it's gone. Like that lock is only here right after a fresh retie. However, what I thought would be interesting would be to show you these shorter ones, so we can hopefully track how this does over time. Can you see? So can you see that, guys? That is a bud. So that's what happens when the base of your lock starts to form. Hold on, let me turn off the lights because I think it's making it look a bit yellow. I'm trying to see if I can show you the dry scalp, but you can see so my last retie was done in Nigeria and she did it so tight and it was amazing. I actually vlogged that whole experience, but I know that I don't need a retie right now, so I've actually asked my loctician to change my next appointment. So that's why my hair still looks this good at 5 weeks post, because normally at 5 weeks post I need a new retie. So it's just a little bit of slippage or whatever you want to call it in this area. This has always been my more problematic area because my hair is a lot finer here. Then I'll back up a bit so I can show you. You can see what it looks like at the top of my crown. And then let's do this side. Like my hair literally looks like I just got a retie. I feel like I could actually go maybe even more than a couple more weeks. I might move it for like a month from now, to be honest. Look at that. It's crazy. Definitely don't need a retie anytime soon, I don't think. And then let's do the other side. Ooh, this is what I would look like with a center part. Let's do the other side. I hope you guys can see. I can't see what you can see on this side. So I know in my last video I showed you guys some close-ups of actual locks. So let's do the same. I'm gonna take some from the back because that's where they've matured the best. Still have my curly ends though. The ends really are not budding. Like that one lock I showed you is like the only bud that, well, that I know of anyway. And it kind of like just hangs on but for dear life. I'll show you one from this side. So they're thickening up really nicely. The last time I mentioned I tried to do a hairstyle, I tried to do like a half up, half down. I think it was one of my Invisalign updates. So I'll link that video in the card so you can see what my hair looked like then. It's definitely grown more because I could probably do a successful half up, half down now, whereas then I was definitely kind of struggling. I don't think my hair is long enough to do like a high ponytail. Let's see. Yeah, not really. You can see some of them have some scragglers in the back. It's definitely long enough to do a low ponytail though, because I do that sometimes when I go to the gym, but you can see not, some of these would need to, I guess I could always pin it if I was really bothered. It's literally what I do in the morning. I just shake it, maneuver it, fluff it a little bit. That's it, really. And now I feel like it's giving me some nice volume. Maybe I should try that trick again. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. If there's anything that you want me to answer in my next update or make a video on, please don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps to support me and my channel. Thank you once again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Stay blessed, stay safe, and take care. Bye.